Lord, they up there just doing my time for me.
All of a sudden, well, in New Orleans, everybody wants to dance with Evangeline. I got what it says. Shout, I can walk away from all my mistakes.
Take me home. We make a good gumbo, oh yes we do. We make a good gumbo on the old bayou. We make a good gumbo with love and touch. From New Orleans, way down in the swamp. My baby got the fire, I got the roof. My baby got the fire, I got the roof. If we take our time, we gonna do it right. If we take our time, we gonna do it right. And she don't mind if it takes all night. No, she don't mind if it takes all night. We make a good gumbo, oh yes we do. We make a good gumbo on the old bayou. We like to move slow, oh like a bayou wind. We like to move slow, oh like a bayou wind. When the moon comes up, the rabbit's running again. When the night is done, the turtle always wins. We make a good gumbo with love and touch. From New Orleans, way down in the swamp. Yes, we make a good gumbo. Tab Benoit called me, and he said, "Hey man, we're going to be doing a film, a documentary on the hurricane on the bayou." And he said, "We need an accordion player." And I said, "Well, you ain't got to ask me twice." So we went, we did it. We were supposed to do just a front porch scene, and before you know it, I was one of the mega guys in the film. And I was like, "What you talking about?" He said, "No, we want you to stick around." So Tab said, "Well, we're gonna make a gumbo." See, that's what we can do. I have a band called Chubby and the Bayou Swamp Band. I formed the band in 1989. I was touring with a band called Terrence Simeon and the Mallet Playboys, They had a Zydeco band, but I always just played music, always did. But the thing about it, everybody was a big demand for Zydeco music. People would ask Terrence, how can I get more Louisiana music up towards the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest? And a lot of people just didn't know what it was. But when they heard the music, they said they wanted more of it. And when I formed Chubby and the Bayou Swamp Band in 1989, we just traveled the world. I spread the music all over the world. I did 250 and 275 dates a year. I was just traveling constantly. But a lot of people, again, didn't know what it was, but I wanted to bring Louisiana to them. You know, my grandfather and my daddy only played it for hobbies. They were just playing it at home. After they get off of work, they may set up the accordion, the washboard, and that was the life of the party. That was it. That's the instruments. They'd have a boucherie. After the boucherie, they pull out the instruments. And I started saying, you know what? We need to go spread this music around the world. I was young, you know, and I wanted to be able to put it on the map. So they were saying you were spreading the Zydeco gospel. And I said, well, you know, this music needs to be heard, and I want to be able to be one of the bands that's out there promoting it, promoting Louisiana music, promoting Creole music. So I've been traveling and people started calling me the Jimi Hendrix of accordion, the ambassador, the pioneer, all that but I just really wanted to get people to know what this music is about because it's my heritage and it's my culture. I was influenced by my grandfather, my dad. They like I said, they both was accordion players. But my biggest influence was the man himself, Clifton Chenier. Clifton Chenier was the king of Zydeco. He mastered it. I mean, everybody wanted to be a king, Clifton Chenier, but this man mastered the accordion. I first heard his records in 1977. And I was like, Daddy, what is that sound I'm hearing? He said, man, that's Clifton Chenier. And I said, yeah, but listen to how his accordion is sounding. He says, a piano style accordion. That's what was the different sounds. But I listened to all his records and it's like, man, this guy is before his time. It's amazing what he did with this accordion. And I sat as a kid, you know, trying to cop the licks with no way in the world I could. He had a piano style accordion. I had a button style accordion. That's the difference. And the piano style, you can play any key, in and out, you get the same sound. On this accordion here, you can play a note and go in. It's not the same sound. So I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. Ain't no way in the world I could capture that. And I said, that's it. This man, he's mine. I love it. And I just want to watch him play all the time. You know, my daddy taught me how to play. My grandfather would play a couple of songs for me as well. So those three guys were my big influences. So growing up as a kid, listening to that, I used to go play in the yard, but that music just was something else. I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to go see what they were doing, and it's like, yeah, go play outside, boy. Yeah, that's just for the older people. But I always wanted to be that little nosy kid that sit around and watch, you know. So I finally got me a little corner, set, and I watched my daddy. I was watching him play, and I was just looking up at him going, wow, look at that. I mean, that's amazing, you know? And then afterwards, when Christmas came by, Daddy said, you know what? Somebody been playing my accordion. And I said, it was me, but I love that instrument. I want to learn how to play it. He said, if you want to learn, I'm going to buy you one, but you got to learn. This thing's expensive. He bought me an accordion one Christmas, I think 78, 79. Started teaching me how to play the accordion. So listening to it in the household from my grandfather, my dad, made me want to become the third generation artist today's playing the Zydeco music. So now I'm taking it to the next level. This is the way I feel. The way I feel, I want a Zydeco tonight. The way I feel, I want to make things right. The way I feel, I want to see you groove. The way I feel, I want to make you move. The way I feel, I want a Zydeco tonight. The way I feel, I want to make things right. The way I feel, I want to see you good. The way I feel, I want to make you move. Yeah, toi. The way I feel, I want a Zydeco tonight. The way I feel, I want to make things right. The way I feel, I want to see you grow. The way I feel, I want to make you move. Yeah. That's the way you feel? That's the way I feel.
I play Zydeco music, washboard, as you can see. I've been playing about 30 years, and I started off playing music with the Broussard family and moved from there, and I played with Terrence Simeon and for about 8 years, and left Louisiana, moved to Nova Scotia for about a year. I had my own band there, and then had my own band in Minnesota, and California, and Seattle. Moved back, played with Chubby's daddy for about a year, and joined Chubby's band and for the last 9 years, and that's what I do. And I teach washboard. I've been teaching about 8 or 9 years, and if you want to learn how to play the washboard, you can contact me on my website, Earl Washboard Sally.
People go, wow. And then the life of the party, because Zydeco music is happy music, party music. So when they see that, they accept you, their arms open wide. People don't know how to promote Louisiana music. They don't know how to promote the Zydeco music part of it, because a lot of the guys that you sign with the Flying Fish records or the Rounder records, a lot of them just don't know how to market it. A friend of mine was a sound man. They call him Swampy. And he says, man, you should get your own record label, Chub. Man, I mean, you know how to promote it. You're like a walking billboard. You know how to promote your own music. And he said, name it Swampadelic Records. And I said, Swampadelic Records, I like that. And he said, start your own company, man. Promote Chubby Carrier. You know, you got the agents, you got the managers, you got the record company. They don't know what to do with you, man. I wouldn't want to start a label to pick up other artists, or just to have control of what we do and how to promote it and put it in the right places. They say, man, kudos to you, because a lot of times these record companies don't know what to do with that. They put you on the shelf and then nobody ever hear from you. I'm already out there promoting me as well, you know? So it works out fine. Come on down to Louisiana, we're gonna have a good time. Playing music and passing a good time, having a real good time. Come on down to Louisiana, we're gonna have a good time. There's music, food, and people all over, passing a real good time. It's wild. Oh yes, we will. Come on down to Louisiana, we're gonna have a good time. There's music, food, and people all over, passing a real good time. We eating shrimp, eating crawfish, eating gumbo too. We even cooked some big old pie. We cooked it just for you, yes we did. Oh, yes, we did. Yes, why? Come on down to Louisiana, we're gonna have a good time. There's music, food, and people all over, passing a real good time. We eating shrimp, eating crawfish, eating gumbo too. We even cooked some big old pie. We cooked it just for you, yes we did. Oh yes we did. One more time. Come on down to Louisiana. It's why. we interact with the crowd. We make them feel like they're part of the show, you know? And we got the washboard player here heard one of my songs, and he says, "Who stole the hot sauce?" One of my songs that I do. And Earl started listening to the words, and he says, "Whoever took Chubby's hot sauce, gonna drink every drop they took." And he heard the words of it, and he started taking the top off the bottle of the hot sauce. And he says, he started going around. I'm saying, "What are you gonna do with that bottle?" And he started going around and just pouring it in people's mouth. It's like, whoa. But in the same breath, I mean, that's not just to make them feel part of the show, but it was one of the songs that Earl heard, and he said, that's a good title. Who stole the hot sauce? Whoever stole the hot sauce is gonna drink every drop they took. But we make the fans feel part of our show. We get them singing along. They sing along. They play the tambourine. Earl gets them up on the washboard, let them play with the washboard. We do a conga line, we do our Mardi Gras music. So it's a lot go on at Chubby Party. It's a lot. So people sit down and say, let's just see what Chubby gonna pull out the hat. What's next? And we make it fun.
I don't drink it much no more.
No. Now, after Earl started doing that, people, as soon as I said, "Who stole the hot sauce?" they start lining up like a lunch line. Me? That's like, oh, they are. It's like, yeah, you feeding birds. Like, everybody come to the stage and they're ready for it. They love the hot sauce song.
Ain't no fun like a Chubby party, 'cause the Chubby party don't stop. Get on that, Jeremy. Get on that, Jeremy. Get on that, Jeremy. Get on that. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout. Shake your body down to the ground.
Being that we've been on the road for 275 dates a year, we didn't have any Zydeco clubs to play at. We were playing in blues clubs when we leave on the road. We played blues clubs, festivals, fairs, wherever they can put a party band in. But what I did, I got familiar and got played a lot on a lot of festivals. And people started hearing it and says, man, what a good mixture, because we had the blues and we could switch it up with this Zydeco stuff. And it worked out really well because people were always looking for a change in clothes, changing this, changing food. And then all of a sudden the music comes about, and then all of a sudden we got this guy, Chubby, in the Bayou Swamp Band from Louisiana, played this Zydeco music they didn't even know how to pronounce it. And and I go to them and we plug in, play. And then all the blues festivals start hearing about this music, and we start getting invited to a lot of festivals. But this guy had a blues cruise, and he said, you know what? It's a blues cruise, and it's a blues festival. We like to have at least one Zydeco band. And they picked me. We played the blues cruise, and everybody on that cruise was like, wow, what a band. What a good time. He said that people started saying, man, you like the father of fun of this ship, you know? And I'm like, well, thank you, you know? And I get names all the time, the Jimi Hendrix of accordion player, all that stuff. But man, your band is fun, it's happy music, it's party music. And then said, you need to do your own cruise. I said, well, I don't know if I'm ready to do all that. That's a lot of responsibility, and I'm not ready to move from that. They said, no, man, you should do your own cruise. People would love you. They'd love to hear more of you. Because I didn't play on that blues cruise a whole lot. And then they said, well, we get to see you a whole lot. First of all, we get to spend a week with Chubby and the Bayou Swamp Band on that cruise and that particular time. So I decided, yeah, fans were asking for it. They were calling for it. So whenever they're asking, you deliver. So I started Chubby Party Cruise 3 years ago. So I'm doing it every year. I'm doing it once a year. You can check out my website, chubbypartycruise.com, and you can get more details off the website. So it's a party. And then I got a song called Ain't No Party Like a Chubby Party. So people come on the cruise and says, I'm ready for a Chubby party. My dad puts on a Christmas party every year. They call it the Carrier Festival. And had a Zydeco guy named Zydeco Joe. And he was playing on the other stage. We had two stages set up. So he started playing that little groove. And I started listening to him and I just messing with it. You know, I said, I like that groove. So I took it, made it my own song. We call it Sauce Pecan Zydeco. My daddy make a hell of a sauce pecan too. It's